Hi guys, it's Megan with Nerd Initiative, and today I want to go through every single Easter egg I found in your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. If I missed any, which is very possible, let me know in the comments because there's just no way I got them all. So starting off in the first episode, we get to see a large Queens location title card. This is similar to the one used in Captain America Civil War when Tom Holland's Spider-Man was introduced. The next one that I really needed is we see an Iron Man ornament hanging in the rearview mirror of Aunt May's car. I want to hang it right here. It's so cute. The third one I have, which actually I didn't realize it until the second time I watched it through, was Doctor Strange MCU theme plays when he's fighting the symbiote like creature thing. I thought that was just such a cute reference. So something that I really liked was when Peter Parker is doodling ideas for his superhero costume, he draws one that is similar to the costume from Ultimate Spider-Man comics, which is a nod to Mark Bagley's work in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. So we got a lizard reference, more than a reference, I'd suppose. Peter teams up with a woman, Dr. Carla Connors, who is an amputee and doesn't have an arm, to work on a project at Oscorp. The character is a nod to Dr. Kurt Connors, who in most Marvel media becomes the supervillain Lizard. Moving on, when Peter is summoned to Norman Osborn's office at the end of episode 2, a framed photo featuring Osborn and Captain America is shown. And I just need to know the backstory there. Want to be a fly on the wall for that interaction. All right, for another Oscorp Easter egg, Peter's Oscorp internship boss, overseer, I guess, in episode 2 is Bentley Whitman, who in the comics becomes the villain Wizard. This one I was excited for. So in a scene where Spider-Man stops two criminals from crashing their van, he jumps over Cleve. This is a minor character from Spider-Man Homecoming, who asks Spider-Man to do a backflip. He was also in Shang-Chi, and you'll know him as soon as you hear, "Hey Spider-Man, do a flip." We love this hot dog loving character. In the scene where Peter is heading back to his apartment, the song Left Hand Free by Alt J plays. This track is played during his introduction scene in Captain America Civil War. A lot of Civil War references, which is interesting to me. So, Nico Minoru, who I think is kind of an Easter egg character, but I'll get into that a little later, Peter's classmate, mentions Roxxon oil in a conversation. For those who don't know, Roxxon is a corporate corruption in Marvel media. It's something to look up. Speaking of Peter's friends, we got a Wakanda reference. A Wakandan student named Aisha makes a cameo as one of Peter's fellow interns at Oscorp in episode 2, and I'm very interested to see where that goes. Another person at Oscorp is Amadeus Cho, who makes a cameo appearance in episode 2 as one of Peter's fellow interns. In the comics, he is a prominent character who becomes the second Hulk and joins the superhero team Champions. I knew he was going to be in the show because they said it months and months and months ago, but I completely forgot he was in the show. And then I saw him and I was re-hyped. Midtown High. This is the science and technology school that Peter attends in the comics. In Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, it's his first day. It's known as Orientation Day in the U.S., attending with prestigious institution. It also ends up being his final day at the school because Doctor Strange and that incident. So let's talk about Nico. Peter's fellow Midtown High freshman Nico is saved by her soon-to-be bestie from being attacked by the symbiote creature thing. In the comics, Nico is a member of the teen group called the Runaways. She's also from the show The Runaways if you want to check it out. She possesses supernatural abilities and is the child of parents who, spoiler alert, are supervillains. It seems that she has, or at least will have, superpowers in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. At least I hope so. As her purple necklace is a reference to the Staff of One, a powerful artifact that she can summon and wield if she bleeds. We see the black Spider-Man suit very briefly during the Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man title sequence. This is a callback to Spidey's symbiote costume, which he acquires during the 1984 Secret Wars comic series after his first encounter with the alien symbiote. Moving on, in a near identical recreation of a scene depicted in Captain America Civil War, Spider-Man stops a van driven by criminals from T-boning a busload of people. It's the same phone-based sequence that Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark shows to Tom Holland in the apartment that he shares with Captain May when Stark is trying to recruit new heroes to take his side over the Sokovia Accords issue with Captain America. I'm also pretty sure that the animated version of the late Stan Lee is one of the bus passengers. I mean, it looked like him, and I've seen other people point it out, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Okay. The Daily Bugle, a copy of the print paper that's synonymous with Spider-Man, can be seen on a table in the Lincoln family's home. In the comics, Peter becomes a photographer for the news outlet, working under the iconic J. Jonah Jameson, i.e. one of Spidey's fiercest critics. The name of the pizza restaurant that's robbed by the desperate woman who's down on her luck is called Pizza Time. This is a reference to the It's Pizza Time line that Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker utters in 2004's Spider-Man 2 when he's a pizza delivery driver. Bicyclist. We got a little bit of a Hawkeye reference, kind of not more like a name drop. Marvel's most famous archer needs no introduction, but he is referenced by Whitman when he sarcastically scolds Peter as part of the intern group's first ever session. Stark Arc Reactor. The device that kept Tony Stark alive and until Iron Man 3 was used to power his suits of armor. This item is mentioned in passing by Peter as he and Connors begin working on creating a new self-sustaining generator, but it definitely sounded like that Norman Osborn wanted to make one at some point, but Tony Stark patented it, which is probably fair. All right, for my last one, Crusher Hogan. A wrestler whose name checked is in a news bulletin as Peter and his fellow interns watch some TV during their break at Oscorp Tower. Hogan is the individual that Peter Parker fights and defeats in the comics and 2002 Spider-Man to test his newfound superhuman abilities. So, I'm sure I missed some. I'm not very good at finding them. It took me a few watches. So let me know in the comments which ones you noticed and which ones were you most excited for. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button wherever you're watching this so you don't miss any more of these and whatever other things Nerd Initiative has to offer. We have comics, we have sports, we have collectibles. There's so many things. So click the subscribe button if you really love this video, like and share. And have a great day.